21 million people share the streets of Greater Cairo. The air here hums with the relentless friction of concrete, gridlock, and inescapable noise. But cutting right through the center of this sprawling sprawl is a dark, wide ribbon of water. Living in constant overdrive takes a psychological toll. The mind craves a pause, a quiet, unplugged refuge away from the exhaust fumes and the horns. True relief here doesn't require fleeing miles into the desert. It means stepping off the pavement and directly onto the ancient currents of the river. Out on the water, you'll find a technological paradox, a traditional, engineless wooden sailboat operating flawlessly in the middle of a modern capital. The design of these vessels dates back to at least 2570 BC, remaining virtually unchanged since the era of the pharaohs. There is no combustion and no electricity. The entire journey relies on only wind, wood, and water. Boarding one of these boats forces you to leave the modern timeline entirely, adapting to a wind-powered rhythm that is thousands of years old. The anatomy of this silent ride starts with the hull. Builders use a carvel-style technique, placing heavy wooden planks edge to edge to create a smooth, resilient shell. This flat profile creates a shallow draft, allowing it to glide safely over the Nile's shifting sandbars. The singular engine driving this shell is the lateen sail, a massive, triangular sheet of canvas. Its steep, sweeping shape is specifically engineered to catch the thermal breezes that build off the riverbanks during the intense heat of the Egyptian day. But the physics require a human pilot. The rais, or captain, navigates this unplugged craft, relying entirely on a weathered wooden tiller and a generational knowledge of the river's currents. Down on the deck, passengers eat traditional bowls of koshari and rest on soft cushions, experiencing absolute zero engine vibration. The silence of the ride is a physical consequence of this engineering. Without a heavy internal motor to aggressively vibrate the wood, the only sound is the dark water parting against the hull. From this silent vantage point, the passing riverbanks offer a striking visual paradox. You are floating on Pharaonic-era technology, staring up at 20th century monuments like the Cairo Tower. The shoreline drifts by, revealing the luxury high-rises, the international embassies, and cosmopolitan shores of Zamalek and Garden City. Overhead, the heavy, frantic traffic of the megalopolis presses on, roaring across the Qasr el-Nil Bridge between the stoic stone lions. Gliding quietly beneath it all, you become a detached, silent observer of a massive city colliding with entirely different eras. As dusk settles over the Nile, the intense heat of the day fades, and the strong daytime thermal winds naturally begin to subside. The physical sensation of the ride shifts from an active, brisk sail to a slow, methodical drift along the current. The cityscape undergoes its own transformation as skyscrapers, hotels, and bridges illuminate the sky. Millions of electric lights reflect off the dark water, creating a shimmering perimeter around the boat. As the megalopolis completely powers up its massive electric grid, the dark, unplugged nature of the wooden boat feels even more isolated, carving out a quiet pocket of time in the center of the noise. Other stretches of the river are dominated by loud, multi-story motorized tourist cruisers churning through the water. Massive concrete megaprojects like the Aswan High Dam terminated the Nile's natural floods to feed the national grid, leaving these wooden boats as a rare link to the river's original seasonal flow. The Felucca persists as a living piece of maritime heritage. It remains operational because it offers something the modern city cannot, a rhythm dictated entirely by the wind. They endure because they offer a spiritual connection to the lifeblood of Egypt that combustion engines can never replicate. Cairo's skyline will continue its vertical expansion into the 21st century, but as long as the thermal breezes blow across the water, these wooden sails will continue to navigate the river as they have for 4,000 years.